It is Aldi Satcher, isn't it? It must have been Angie Setiawan who went out. Bizarrely, the lap mark of the data that we're getting is showing Angie Setiawan invisibly setting lap times. Nonetheless, here's Adananta. This is the front. Adananta has the lead. There'll be 2 laps to go here. Bit like yesterday, Barry Russell. This is building up to a climax, and you're going to have 4 competitors right at the very end, going into turn 15, in with a chance of winning this race, as Reza Danica takes the lead for the very first time.
They're all capable of winning, yes, and as you said, for the very first time, here's Reza Danica. Let's see what he can do. I'm not sure that he's got the speed to break away. He's got Andy Fadley behind him and Aki Aoshi, who has led a lot of this race, now back in third. This is really getting interesting. And Adananta, who's spent a lot of time at the front too, just at the back of that leading group.
These 4 will split it between them. The Moto Sniper Manual Tech Racing Team and the Astra Honda Racing Team. Reza Danica, Andy Mohamed Fadli, Adananta Putra.
Yeah, and I think that's leading the little battle behind them.
That's Herjan
yeah.
who's the Astra Honda, who is probably a bit too far away to make an impact this late into the race.
Yeah, Piawat also there, showing a little better than yesterday.
Aldi Satcher has dropped back, so maybe he's been mentally affected by that crash for Angie Setiawan, as Andy Mohamed Fadli drives up the hill in P1. Reza Danica looks on the inside of Aoshi.
Well, any one of these is capable of winning. Perhaps one of those is right at the back of this group at the moment, and that's Reza Danica Arens, the 2018 champion. And such a clever, consistent, fast rider.
Right, has he made a break for it? Has Fadli been able to break the toe? He's only got Aoshi, who's staying with him, hunkering down over the handlebars as low as they can possibly get, wind resistance as low as they possibly can get.
And he takes the tight line. Let's see who comes out first.
Aoshi did well.
Yeah, he did.
He went wide and pulled it tight on the switchback, so it's Aoshi who has the lead going into the final lap. Aoshi from Fadli. Kawasaki, Reza Danica in P3. They've got some work to do, have the Astra Honda, and they are actually doing that. They've caught up and taken the lead with Adananta Putra. That's interesting.
Yeah, one of the interesting things that I like about the Sepang circuit is that long run from the start-finish line down to turn 1, because it shows you the power differential, if any, and you can see that the Honda power is at least equal to the Kawasaki.
But it doesn't come into play next lap because they've already passed the finish line. Correct, so that's fascinating. In the Astra garage, they are looking on pretty tense. They have the lead at the moment. Adananta Putra and Reza Danica, 1, 2, 3 and 21. Herjan not a million miles away in P4, but it's these 4 we're looking at for the podium positions. Fadli looks on the inside. Adananta tracks Andy Mohamed Fadli. Asia Production 250cc bubbling up very, very nicely. Any mistake from these, and Herjan and Aldi Setja aren't too far behind.
Yeah, there are 2 very well-organised teams represented here at the front. Let's see, they're fanning out now, so it's difficult to see, but
going up
really
the
close.
hill, that's tight. So close to contact there. Andy Mohamed Fadli takes a straight line up the hill. It's a big long drag up the hill, and eventually he gets a drive out into this right-hand corner. Fadli doing the chasing. Reza Danica doing the leading. And he's conserved his tyres as well. Into the business end of the circuit now. We've got the 2 long straights to go, and it's a 6-man race for the line.
I think it was in Reza's mind to try and just make a break then, but he's not going to get away.
He's not going to get away. Reza Danica, 1, 2, 3, stays tight to the grandstand line. When will they pull out? Adananta's got himself into the front. So congested. Herjan's made a move. Ayoshi is tight. Ayoshi tight line. Andy Mohamed Fadli is there. Aldi Satya loses it. Ayoshi looks like he's going to break away. Ayoshi gets the drive, but Andy Mohamed Fadli and Ayoshi going wheel for wheel, and it's Andy Mohamed Fadli who picks up a win double. It's 3 in a row for the Indonesian, and doesn't he like it?
Look at that. A perfect weekend, and you can't understate how difficult that is. FP1, FP2, FP3, qualifying, race 1, race 2. Number 1, Andy Mohamed Fadli. Convincing now championship leader as we start to think about add the points up. It'll get well-deserved hug. That's a pretty reserved hug, actually.
It'll give him a 14-point lead in the overall championship. Reza Danica picked up another podium, so he won that battle with Aldi Sechi Mahendra, who came through to pick up a P4 ahead of Adananta. Adananta, after being so involved in the lead, will be devastated to pick up only 11 points for P5.
Yeah, that was good recovery from Aldi Satya to come through to 4th. The two groups just closed up in the last sector. Stunning from Andy Fadli.
Well, that's the line I keep talking about. What's the best line to take on the 15th corner? Andy Mohamed Fadli had the good line. It's a 1-2 for Moto Sniper Manual Tech Racing Team on the Kawasaki Ninjas. The differential 800ths of a second. Fadli from Ayoshi, Reza Danica from Aldi Setya, from Adananta Putra, frustrating in P5. Herjan, a good P6 for him. Piawat, best result of the season, I think, in P7. Akira Ziz picked up 8 points, 8 seconds drift in P8, but only 1.5 seconds between 1 and 7, only 0.6 of a second between 1 and 6. Rafid Topan